It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Jets, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
That most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Set to return, here's Raheem Mostert.
All day, baby, all day.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they changed their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. Oh, what a juke into space. So the Jets now in great position here to start things out. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On the draw, it's Pollard. And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit, Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down. Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Running on first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now back to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing is Wilson. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking deep for Adams. It got his man complete. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. this is Harris. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. It's sacked back at the center. It's a big loss of 5 there on second down to bring up third and goal. Looking to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. Touchdown! Chase Claypool. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Pollard going to try the right side. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
Wilson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. And the Steelers set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Harris. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're going to get the conversion. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Fights Luke, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most...
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Touchdown!
Devontae Adams, 43 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. To return it, Darius Phillips. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. He's going to look deep for more. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Here's Wilson. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he may...
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Carl Lawson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Back to throw here. Looking deep for Adams. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed.
Hey, get in there, get what you want,
G.
Get in there, get what you want,
for Pittsburgh.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
They'll run on first down. Harris. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Here's 2nd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught here by Adams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. first down. Harris. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Chase Claypool with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And some room to run now. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back, but boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
The throw over the middle, taken in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 4th down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
That's it, baby.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all. 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alex Highsmith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw now on first down. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Back to throw again. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a big play that time by the Jets. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
54, right there.
Now it's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. Touchdown, Jets. From 21 yards away. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that trims the line down to 9. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Flushed out right. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking deep for Adams. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. They'll look to throw again. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. On third down, it's Harris. Bulldozes past him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The second of our 3 games here on this wildcard Saturday is at halftime. We're going to back out to you guys in just a minute. But first, let's remind everybody what's coming up tomorrow in the AFC. We've got the 3-6 game, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals doing battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Steelers. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Jets, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
They'll run on first down. Pollard, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And he is going to have a Jets first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll drop the throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Now whistles here before the snap, but it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. So that'll back him up 5. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Completion here to Claypool. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. Doesn't even need to be a break.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Chase Claypool saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. He'll step aside.
Here we go. 60 by 6.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Devontae Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possession.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
What you doing out there, boy? This ain't no high school football.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, Phillips. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On first down, Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they have everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking off.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And now off to the races.
That's all you got?
Right side. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return, Phillips. And he returns this to the 22.
All day, baby, let's go!
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football.
Here we go. Here we go.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands. Only 29 yards on the punt there, definitely not his best. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flush to his right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. He does it one more time. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going. The trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now it's Wilson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Now right to Bourne. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 71 yards rushing for him now to this point. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point. On the road, no less, in the wild card round. And they look to finish things off here in this fourth quarter. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. You think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And the Steelers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Being chased out left. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Open man is born. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Right there. 54, right there, right there.
Again, Wilson. Swinging this out for Pollard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short. And he didn't get there. The fullback dive held up short. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. 2nd and 4. They run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Check 50, check 50. Check 13, check 13. Check Lion. 6 guard, check 6 guard. Kill, kill, kill. Under 10, under 10, 10. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. He's crossing. He's checking cross. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Look back.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Mostert hit and he drops the ball. And the Jets have recovered.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've got a lot of turnovers. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Beat the little boy with me, baby.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
That's it right there.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's coming again.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. He gets it complete to Harris. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the pylon, caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Back to throw here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now YouNg Koo for the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Looking deep for Adams. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.